Let's see what the cards say. Let's begin the important messages that the universe, your ascended masters, have for you. So let's start. Among the energies, I see the strong presence of a woman with signs like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and even Pisces. Someone who is on the verge of spiritual and material bankruptcy, and who seeks to return to your life out of pure interest of destruction. If you are a woman, or for pure economic interest, if you are a man, I feel that your energy is being targeted by spiritual forces. Oh, there is a dark force that has been activated in your environment. The cards are showing me that someone has asked for your downfall and will not stop until they have destroyed you. You have the Death card, but not as a spiritual change, as a dark omen, as a spell that has been cast with rage. This is not a coincidence. This comes from a woman or a man or someone who knows you well, right? Someone who has touched your soul, who got into the deepest part of your emotions. Someone who made you promises and then buried them as if they were remains in a cemetery of lies. The cards tell me about real burials, of moved earth, of names written on paper stained with blood and oil, of black candles lit at midnight, of a dark binding spell made so that you cannot advance, so that you stumble again and again, so that every step you take has thorns. This person hates you because they saw your light and because they cannot stand that you survived without them. Energetically, they spy on you, they track you, they watch you like a shadow that doesn't leave your back. They have gone to consult with dark practitioners, made pacts with low astral entities, offered part of their soul to see you fall. And yes, they have asked for your death, they have asked for your ruin, they have asked that you never get up again. But I want you to listen to this carefully, because Archangel Michael is showing it to me now. You are not alone. You have guides. You have protection. You have a cloak of light that has saved you from worse things. Therefore, if this word reaches you, it is not a coincidence. Comment a decree below. Write, I am protected by Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel. And if this reading resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe, because that is how you activate the energy channel that will close this dark portal. The angels will open the way so you can receive the complete revelation. Now listen to this. They are showing me this person in their house, in front of a dark altar, murmuring your name, making requests for revenge, burning images, offering their blood to entities they do not know. But there is something they did not calculate. Your evolution activated their karma, and now everything they launch, everything they try to invoke, is returning to them like snakes in their own bed. You are being tested but not defeated. You are passing through a threshold, but the angels are waiting for you on the other side. And this is where the message gets even stronger. Because what the cards are going to reveal next is who is behind this curse and what was the exact moment they asked for your death. Yes, I'm going to tell you the name, sign, and energetic face, but I will reveal that in the next part. I feel that the cards are not playing today. They are revealing names, dates, signs, and pacts of darkness that were sealed with your name written in black ink. The cards are showing me a poisonous, stagnant energy, which clings to you like a desperate specter, and it is likely that this figure that emerges with such intensity is someone with the sign of Scorpio. This person, marked by the shadow of failure, not only failed in what they wanted to build without you, they failed because they betrayed you, because the instant they turned their back on you and stabbed you in the back, they signed their condemnation. And now they are trapped in the worst karma of their life. They are dragging chains that you do not see, but that the spiritual world is letting me hear. They are shackles of debt, of lawsuits, of losses, of loneliness. This person is stuck in an abyss that seems to have no way out. The most shocking thing is that you, while all this is happening, are being freed. Your energy is clearing. You are leaving behind someone who was an emotional plague. You are leaving an environment that was a prison disguised as a home. And as you rise, that person crumbles like a house made of lies. The cards tell me about strong legal problems, about enemies being caught in their own traps, about family members whose faces are contaminated by envy. Because yes, there is someone here who was your partner, or even someone of your own blood who cannot stand to see you at your best moment. Your abundance, your joy, your rebirth are the whip that bursts their wounds. That is why they now seek revenge. And it's not just emotional. It's physical. It's real. It's dangerous. There is a person who is returning to you disguised as reconciliation, but with a rotten soul. They return for money. They return for self-interest. They return because where they were, the darkness no longer gives them warmth. If you are a man, there is a woman who deeply underestimated you. She never imagined that you were going to flourish as you are flourishing. She thought that without her you were going to fall. And now that she sees your brilliance, she wants to get back into your bed, your energy, your life. But not for love, but because where she is, there is nothing left but ruin. Now listen to me carefully, because what I am about to tell you is delicate. The cards are not just talking about jealousy or betrayals or feigned returns, or they are showing me an attempted ending. Yes, you have a person who has thought about your death, who has planned how to make you disappear, not on a symbolic level, but a literal one. You have someone who has gone to a dark altar, to a house to invoke forbidden entities. They have offered symbolic burials, buried your objects in cemeteries, paid dark practitioners with dirty coins to ask for a mortal binding spell. This damned being wants to return to your life not to love you, but to strip you of everything, even your last breath. That is why Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel have asked me not to be silent, to activate your spiritual channel now, to leave a decree down below and write, "I am protected by the angels. No evil will prevail over me." By doing so, you break that chain that wants to tie you. If you feel this reading speaks to you, hit the like button and subscribe, because that is the signal that will open the channel of revelation and allow the angels to spread their cloak of light over you. But wait, there is still more, because the cards have just shown me the face of someone you know very well, a figure that appears in dreams, a figure you thought was distant, but who is closer than you imagine. In the next part, I will reveal to you what this person did behind your back during a new moon, and how that dark ritual was the beginning of the curse that is now reversing on them. Yes, I'm going to tell you everything. In the thickest darkness of the new moon, this person has raised dark prayers, invoking malevolent forces and asking the underworld for your name to be dragged through misfortune. What you perhaps did not know is that there is an allied woman in this dark plot. A female presence loaded with resentment, jealousy, and venomous envy has joined in communion with this being who wants to see you defeated. This is not a common conspiracy. This is a pact made with cemetery dirt, with black candles and dolls tied with your name. This person is not acting alone, and the worst part is that the tarot's energy tells me that you know her. And while you live, walk, and dream, there is someone watching you from the thickest shadow of your own home. The guardian spirits are desperate to warn you. This energy is treacherous, and they signal to me that the intentions are not just envy or rage. There is a lower, colder, more mortal vibration. They spy on you because they want to know when you fall. They watch you because they want to know when the final blow will be. The tarot tells me about a man corrupted by greed, drowned in debt, surrounded by chaos. It is someone who failed in everything and now blames you for their misery. A man who is willing to do the unspeakable just to get what he can no longer have. Your energy, your money, and your light. This putrid soul has broken his family, betrayed those who helped him most, and now seeks to take it out on you. The cards show me the tower, and it's not just any tower. It is a fall that is coming, but in their twisted mind, they want you to be the one who falls. They want your tower. They want your ruin. You fled that environment because your soul knew that something dark was brewing, and the worst part is that you didn't escape completely. This person still tries to open energetic portals to you, and they are not alone. And this is where your guardian angels, Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel, show me a clear image. They are protecting you, but they need you to activate that divine connection. Subscribe right now to the channel so the message arrives with more force. Comment a decree like, "I am protected by the divine light," and hit the like button so the universe knows you have heard the warning. This will activate the energetic channel, and thus your soul will know it is not alone. But pay attention, because what follows is even more sinister. Because there is something you didn't see coming, something that comes from the past, from an unfinished burial, and that now returns with a thirst for twisted justice. But listen to me carefully, because what I am going to reveal to you now is something your enemies do not want you to know. Here is someone who is circling your life again, someone who is crawling, looking for an energetic crack to slip through. And it's not for love, it's not for redemption, it's for pure cold self-interest. This person is looking at you as if you were their last economic salvation. They are sizing you up, evaluating, following every step, and all with a false smile loaded with cheap perfume, but with intentions as rotten as a cemetery without a cross. If you are a man, open your eyes, because two women are walking behind you like hungry shadows. One of them wants to return, not to rebuild, but to destroy you from the inside, slowly and carefully, just as dark rituals are done on a new moon when photos are buried underground next to black candles. This woman does not love you. She desires you, but not your body. She desires your stability, your success, your assets. She wants it all. And if she can't have it, then she will drag you with her into the abyss where she lives. And she is not alone. She is in a pact with another. Both share the same poisoned tongue and are invoking, from the vilest envy, the downfall of everything you have built. They have attempted binding spells. They have invoked dark forces, but it hasn't worked for them. And you know why? Because your guardian angels, Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel, have interceded in your favor and have stopped every attempt with their fiery sword and celestial shield. You who are receiving this message, listen carefully. Saint Michael asks you to decree in the comments, "Nobody touches what God has sealed." Write that now, and the energetic channel of divine protection will open over you. Hit the like button if you feel this resonates in your soul, and subscribe if you want your guides to keep revealing every trap before it is activated. Thus the angels decree it. Thus the universe executes it. But it doesn't end there because there is someone else. A man who approaches disguised as a solution, as renewed love, even as a celestial opportunity. He says he loves you, that he wants to build a home with you, that now he is ready for commitment. But behind that sugary speech, a perverse intention is hidden. He wants to legally get into your life, tie himself to your economy, enter through the door of marriage just to have the right to everything you have achieved. This is not love. This is a karmic anchor, a curse with a pretty face. And the darkest part of all is that this is not the first time he has done it. This man has destroyed more than one woman. He has a history of ruins, emotional burials, legal separations, financial betrayals. He presents himself dressed in brands, talks about trips, boasts of luxuries. But behind all that, there are embargoes, debts, legal persecutions that are suffocating him. And now he wants to enter your energetic temple. He wants you to open the doors for him to merge with you, but not in love, in disaster. You have felt it on your skin, like a pressure you don't understand, like a shadow that follows you at every step. But it's not paranoia, it's pure intuition. Someone is wanting to come back into your life, not for love, but for need, for desperation, for hunger, for power. And that someone is disguising it as romance, as tenderness, as invented sweetness. But you know something doesn't add up. It's as if this person's rush is not normal. It is an urgency, a desperation that vibrates with a dark frequency. Because this person, yes, the one who suddenly seems to want to win you over with gifts they never gave, with words they never knew how to say before, is acting under the command of their own demons. They want to possess your energy, absorb your abundance, trap your luck as if you were a living talisman. And the thing is, you changed. You are no longer the same. You are no longer in the dark. Life gave you a twist, and the wheel of destiny turned in your favor. You are doing well, and it's not a coincidence. Inheritances, businesses, open paths, but that has activated an alarm in the emotional underworld of those who lost you, and now they want to come back with a twisted smile, with a new story, and with a macabre plan behind it. Because they aren't just watching you, they are studying you. They are waiting for the exact moment to knock on your door with the wedding dress ready, but with a soul full of debts, ruins, and miseries that they want to deposit in your house, in your bed, in your life. Listen to me carefully, because this is a direct warning from your guardian angels. Saint Michael is already beating his wings, and Saint Gabriel is sending clear signals. They tell you that if you are here, it is not by chance. They put this message in front of you so you activate your shield, so you don't fall asleep in front of the serpent disguised as a lamb. If you resonate with this, decree in the comments, "Saint Michael, close the false doors and protect me from what I don't see," and touch the like button as a sacred ritual that opens portals of protection. By subscribing now, you will be activating the energetic channel that strengthens your intuition and will keep away those who wish to see you fall. You don't do it for me. You do it for yourself and for the call of your guides. And listen to the following very carefully. This person wants to trap you with something more, something that goes beyond economic interest. There is a secret behind their urgency, a pact, a burial that was not done with earth, but with intention, a binding spell that was cast with desperation by someone who has not let you go, who watches you in silence, and who is already planning a return that looks like love, but is an energetic trap camouflaged with false promises. And right there, at that point where things seem to be clearing up, is where I have to tell you the strongest part. This person is not coming alone. The energy of someone else comes behind them, a dark, manipulative figure who has been using them as a channel to get close to you. I clearly see that your luck took an unexpected turn. Your life changed definitively, but not everything is closed, because there is a persistent energy. A person who has not realized or does not want to accept that the relationship with you ended tells themselves that there is still something pending, that this story has not finished, and that leads them to want to win you over by any means, desperate to cling to you because they need something more than love. They need a place to live, an opportunity to support themselves, and they are willing to use all the cards on the table to achieve it. This person, who in some cases had money or pretended to have it, has fallen into a dark pit. Addictions, gambling, alcohol, vices that have consumed them to the point of not even recognizing themselves, hitting rock bottom in the deepest desperation. And that makes them come back to you seeking support, compassion, or even manipulation for you to rescue them from that abyss. In other cases, this energy that haunts you is linked to legal problems that suffocate those who once hurt you, broken families, debts that seem like ghosts chasing them, and their desperation manifests as constant pressure, an energetic stalking that doesn't let you go, a relentless surveillance because they know that you are the key to their salvation or their ruin. They are warning you that they will appear with disguised intentions, with emotional or economic demands, with stories of false illnesses or invented emergencies to make you give in, to make you open the doors to someone who only seeks to take advantage of your light. If you are a man, they might tell you that their child is sick, or that their family needs help, while if you are a woman, the excuses might be about a brother or a mother in danger, all a setup to knock on your door and claim what was never theirs. But the truth that the universe reveals is that none of that is real. They are lies woven on the darkest of looms, plotted to hold you back, to prevent you from moving forward. However, the difficult times these people are facing are about to end, because their karma is collecting on every harm, every lie, every deceit they threw at you like a dagger in the shadows. And while they are trapped in their fall, you are being watched and protected by celestial forces. You have a cloak of guardian angels who, with Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel at the front, are closing every dark portal they try to open against you. This is the time to connect with that energy, to declare in the comments, "Angels of Light, close the doors to the darkness that stalks me," while you hit the like button and subscribe your soul to this community. Because that is how you will activate the channel of protection that the universe makes available to you to bring down those who plan your fall. And just when it seems you are beginning to understand this plot, the cards reveal something more terrible. Someone from your inner circle is playing a double role. Someone you know is watching you, who watches you with the eyes of a serpent. A person who wants to control your every move, and who is looking for a way for everything that happens to happen in their favor, to take you out of the game, to sink you deeper into the darkness. This person is trapped in a heavy karma, an ancestral weight that is manifesting in the desperation of their actions. And that desperation will be the key that will unlock the next revelation, the one that will expose the true identity of this enemy who has walked beside you while weaving their dark nets. The energy surrounding these people is loaded with a brutal karma, a karma that has begun to return to them all the evil and harm they did to you, as if the universe were exacting divine justice through every stone that falls on them. I see someone who knows they have that burden, who feels the fear running through every fiber, because everything they tried to manipulate, control, and snatch from you is being returned to them with interest, like a torment that does not cease. They are trapped in a tower of endless problems, a castle of chaos where every day they collapse a little more, haunted by the bill for the karma they never thought they would pay. The Tower card appears again and again for them, a clear sign that their fall is inevitable. And behind all this is that person who wanted to cast a curse or a dark binding spell on you, but destiny did not bend to their plans, and the energy they tried to steal from you returned to their hands like a burning whip. Among these energies, I see the strong presence of a woman with signs like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and even Pisces. Someone who is on the verge of spiritual and material bankruptcy, and who seeks to return to your life for pure economic interest. For her, you represent an emperor, stability, and security, and she will not hesitate to use any means to cling to that. I am receiving dark signals indicating that this woman might be seeking a pregnancy. A tool to manipulate you and anchor you to her game, even using a son or daughter as currency to ensure her dominance and control, regardless of whether you are in her life or not, because the motive behind it all is money and power. Nothing more than that. The energy this person gives off is loaded with desperation and a macabre plan that involves burials of old, intentions and binding spells woven in the shadows, to try to hold you without you realizing it. But the story doesn't end there because these energies are so dense and toxic that it's not just one person, it's several. A swarm of souls driven mad by fear and desperation, capable of anything to destroy you energetically, even to the point of coldly planning your darkest fall. I feel the presence of someone who has waited for the perfect moment to send you a message that might seem innocent, but carries the intention of trapping and wearing you down. And the person who was by your side, the one who hurt you deeply, has begun to increase their attacks with witchcraft, with invisible spells that want to drain your strength and your light, with dark rituals on moonless nights, with pacts made in secret burials, where blood and black oil are witnesses to their plans. Therefore, this reading you are hearing is not a coincidence. It is a divine warning that Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel are asking me to transmit to you. Right now, you must connect with them. Whisper the decree in the comments. Powerful angels, close every door to the darkness that stalks me. And with that act, you will activate the web of spiritual protection that the universe has arranged for you, closing every dark portal and opening the path to the complete revelation. Also, hit the like button and subscribe, because in this way, the energetic channel is intensified and knowledge expands to keep you firm against these forces that are trying to make you crumble. The witchcraft that this person has been launching against you, that dark web of binding spells and conjurings that she thought would sink you, has not achieved its purpose. Now that energy has turned against her, and she is hitting rock bottom, dragged by the weight of her own failed spells and the desperation that consumes her. You let her go, because your guardian angels and ascended masters warned you that there were schemes from someone who not only works with the shadows, but carries the same within themselves, feeding a hatred that has only caused ruins in its wake. This person who was by your side betrayed even the karmic bond you once had. And now the tarot shouts with the Three of Swords and the devil pointing to someone who not only insulted you, threatened you, and assaulted you, but who coldly built a tower of chaos that not only affected your life, but also your family, your inheritance, everything that belongs to you. In a macabre ritual, that person tried to rise up with energies from burials and dark pacts, seeking with binding spells to make you fall into their trap again, trying to make you fall in love again with a lie that only the most powerful angels like Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel can undo. They ask you that if you feel this truth, to comment a decree in the comments saying, "My guardian angels close every door to the darkness that stalks me." Because with that act, you seal your protection and activate the energetic channel that will shield you against these dark forces. Also, hit the like button and subscribe, because that way, the divine light is strengthened in you, and the universe deploys its protective shield so that nothing can bring you down. This person, full of desperation, is on the verge of doing crazy things, capable of anything to recover the stability and the life they had with you, that life of trips, false promises, and opportunities that were only mirages. She knows you let her go, that you broke the chains of lies and guilt with which she tried to manipulate you, accusing you of infidelity, of witchcraft, even blaming you for her own betrayals and for seeking another to cover her emptiness. But now you are free, freed from the weight of that shadow that tried to crush you, and that truth will be revealed clearer than ever, because what comes in the next part will be the definitive blow that will unveil who that person really is and what dark intentions she has in store to try to trap you once more. Prepare to face the truth you cannot ignore. I feel that if this person moved away from your life, it was because the energy that worked on you was so powerful that it managed to trap you in an invisible jail, a spiritual prison that couldn't be seen, but that kept you tied without you realizing it. It made you feel free. It promised you the sky, but in reality, it wove a web of lies and deceit so you could never get out. You got out, and that exit was an act of spiritual courage, a closing of a cycle that broke the chains of a tower that represented all the betrayal and the deepest pain you could experience. The tarot shows you that this pain was not only because of the person who harmed you, but because in your heart, there was a moment of doubt with yourself, a silent guilt for having allowed someone like that to win your trust, and sink you into that emotional abyss. Now is the time for you to let go, to forgive yourself, because the victim you were was manipulated with such mastery that even the dark energy of witchcraft was used to trap you. This person who learned to play with the shadows not only used words as weapons, but also the darkest rituals and the cruelest binding spells to hold you. But karma, relentless and just, is falling upon her with the force of a spiritual burial that doesn't let her breathe. The tarot clearly shows you that this energy is destroyed inside, that this person knows that karma is destroying her, and that she cannot escape, even if she wants to make you believe otherwise. But the story gets even darker. I feel that this person has been planning your death, that in their twisted mind, they are willing to unleash storms to try to erase you, to make you disappear from their world and their shadows. She is not alone, and her desperation has led her to sink deeper into her own demons, into that vicious cycle that is consuming her little by little. She thinks you are the light that can save her, but in reality, this person only wants to appropriate what is yours, wants to keep your money, your assets, but without you, without caring about anything else. That is the true intention hidden behind the masks and empty promises. Now that you know this, your guardian angels, Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel, ask you to do something vital. Subscribe to this channel, hit like to activate divine protection in your life, and comment a powerful decree in the comments. Something like, "Angels of light, protect my path. Close every door to the darkness that stalks me." Thus, you will activate the energetic channel that will strengthen your shield against these attacks and open the connection for the universe to guide you toward truth and justice. They are taking care of you, but the battle is in your hands and in your energy. And here comes the twist that will make your skin crawl. The person you thought was alone in their darkness has allies. People in the shadows who are also moving pieces to stop your ascent and keep you trapped in that web of lies and betrayals. But the darkest secret this alliance holds is about to come to light. In the next part, you will discover who is really behind this conspiracy and what they are willing to do to stop you from advancing. Prepare yourself, because what is coming is not for the weak, but for those who have the courage to face their destiny and overcome the darkness. Here the energy becomes even more intense and dark, because it's not just about external people, but about blood of your own blood, family that has been capable of poisoning the environment with their greed and grudges. I see a confrontation, a violent pulse, with a son who doesn't seek reconciliation or love. He just wants the money, the inheritance, the possession of what he feels belongs to him by right. This fight has hurt you in the depths of your soul, and although you have had to make hard decisions, those wounds still throb. It's like an emotional burial for what once was, and that now only leaves ashes of betrayal and heartbreak. I also feel that in this dark knot, there are those who have wished you ill. Someone has whispered malignant words into your ear, dark energies that have even gone so far as to repeat curses, wishes of death disguised as murmurs. But divine justice is relentless, and these shadows cannot escape their destiny. Karma is collecting its due, and those who planned your fall are watching their lives crumble into legal problems, economic torments, internal fights that only reflect the desperation of one who knows their time is up. Here is a powerful energy of a person who wants to return, but who is trapped in a terrible dilemma because they know they will not be received. This person is broken, without money, and desperate to provoke you, to harm you, planning something macabre from the shadows, a symbolic or physical burial, a disguised accident to keep what is yours. It is an energy of deep revenge, a dark lament that seeks justice with hands stained with bad intentions. She is not alone. The karmic partner woman is with her, and together they move the pieces to try to trap your energy. But they don't know that your guardian angels Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel are already on guard. I also see other names: siblings, in-laws, people you thought were close and who now conspire from the shadows, destroying each other because guilt and karma consume them day after day. But in the midst of all this chaos, your energy is protected by an invisible barrier, a shield that the angels have raised to prevent these dark forces from penetrating your aura. However, you must not lower your guard, because there are those who have begun to work witchcraft against you, spells and dark binding spells that try to undermine your strength. They are sending you energetic messages, signals that only your spiritual guides can interpret, and that is why it is fundamental that you keep the channel open with them. That is why it is time for you to join this community of light. Subscribe to the channel. Comment with a powerful decree like Angels of Saint Michael and Saint Gabriel. Fortify my spirit and unleash divine justice against every shadow that stalks me. And don't forget to hit the like button to activate the protection that only the universe can grant. They ask you to do this so that the connection opens, and so that angelic power works in your favor in this energetic battle.